The day began like any other on the sprawling savannah, where golden sunlight bathed the landscape and wildlife roamed freely across the plains. The golden morning light stretched across the steppe, casting long shadows and highlighting the intricate patterns of dry grasses swaying in the breeze. Towering acacia trees stood like sentinels, and distant mountains painted a jagged silhouette against the sky. As the sun rose higher, the golden glow shifted to a brilliant white, intensifying the heat and casting a shimmering haze over the land. It was the kind of picturesque scene that made people fall in love with the wild, until an extraordinary sight changed everything. For Elias and Daniel, two experienced safari guides, the routine was second nature. Elias had grown up on the edge of the savannah, his fascination with wildlife sparked by childhood encounters with elephants that roamed near his village. His grandfather had been a ranger, teaching Elias the rhythms of the land and the importance of protecting its creatures. Daniel, originally from a city, had abandoned a corporate career to follow his passion for nature, seeking a life of meaning and connection to the earth after losing his sister, an environmental activist, to illness. Every animal they protected, every poacher they thwarted, felt like honoring her memory. They expertly navigated the terrain, pointing out herds of antelope, towering giraffes, and flocks of vibrant birds to their enthralled tourists. But then, something caught Elias's eye in the distance, and his heart skipped a beat. A lion, but not just any lion. This one moved in a strange manner, its powerful body seemingly weighed down by an invisible burden. Its head hung low, each step slow and labored, as if every movement required immense effort. Its once majestic golden mane now looked unkempt and dull. Its belly was swollen and unusually large, and its entire body appeared unnaturally bloated. Elias and Daniel exchanged glances, their instincts flaring. They signaled their group to remain quiet and slowly approach the lion, careful not to alarm the majestic animal. As they drew closer, the lion did something utterly unexpected. He sat down and gazed directly at them, his amber eyes reflecting pain and trust in equal measure. "He looks like he's asking for help," Daniel whispered, incredulous. Without wasting a moment, Elias radioed Dr. Clara, a local wildlife veterinarian known for her unwavering dedication to animal conservation. Clara had left behind a promising career at a prestigious research facility to work on the front lines of wildlife rescue. She carried the weight of her father's legacy, a conservationist who had died protecting elephants from poachers, and poured her heart into every rescue. Each life saved felt like a small victory in an endless war. She arrived within an hour, armed with equipment and an unshakable resolve. Clara's preliminary examination revealed an unusual swelling in the lion's abdomen. Concern creased her brow, and she quickly set up an ultrasound to get a clearer picture of the issue. What she saw left her speechless. "We need to operate," Clara said, her voice steady but urgent. Operating on a wild lion in the middle of the savannah was an immense risk, but doing nothing would almost certainly lead to the animal's death. The team knew they had no choice. The rangers formed a perimeter, vehicles creating a protective circle to prevent other predators from wandering too close. Clara carefully sedated the lion, watching his massive body finally relax. The surgery was tense, every second stretching into eternity. Clara worked with meticulous care, her hands steady as she made the necessary incision. As she navigated the lion's abdomen, she discovered the source of the swelling, a large chunk of undigested meat. But it wasn't just meat. Embedded within it was a small metallic object. Clara extracted the item and held it up to the light. It gleamed, reflecting the sun's rays. Elias's eyes widened in recognition. "That looks like a tracking device," he muttered, recalling an incident just days prior when they had chased poachers out of the area. The realization hit the group like a thunderclap. The poachers had hidden a microchip inside the meat to track the lion. It was a chilling strategy designed to lead them to the animal's exact location without the ranger's knowledge. The poachers, it turned out, were part of a larger criminal network that specialized in trafficking rare animal parts. Many were driven by desperation. Poverty and lack of opportunity pushed them into a life of crime, while ruthless syndicates exploited their circumstances. The Rangers, determined to bring them to justice, launched an intensive search, navigating treacherous terrain, enduring sleepless nights, and risking their lives to protect the wildlife. The poachers, familiar with the landscape, moved like shadows, making the pursuit dangerous and grueling. Law enforcement, alerted to the situation, used the tracking device as evidence, meticulously piecing together the poachers' movements and unraveling the network's operations. Prosecuting wildlife crimes, however, proved challenging. Corruption, bureaucracy, and economic pressures loomed large. But the local people, enraged by the threat to their heritage, rallied behind the conservationists, demanding justice and vowing to protect their wildlife. Clara finished the surgery, carefully stitching the lion's wound and administering medication to aid his recovery. Slowly, the lion's breathing steadied, and after a few hours, he began to stir. The team watched in awe as the lion, though groggy, stood up, shook his mane, and walked back into the wild. The savannah, now bathed in the rich hues of sunset, seemed to breathe with the lion's recovery. The air cooled, and a gentle breeze rustled through the tall grasses, carrying the scent of earth and life. The same place that had nearly claimed his life now welcomed him back. He padded to a nearby watering hole, where members of his pride awaited. The lion nuzzled a younger cub, his strength returning as he reclaimed his place as guardian of his family. He lingered near the site of his rescue for days, as if understanding the connection between that spot and his survival. For Elias, Daniel, and Clara, seeing the lion return to his pride brought a surge of hope. It was a reminder that even in the face of relentless adversity, every effort mattered. The Rangers watched over him for weeks, monitoring his progress from afar, their hearts swelling with each step he took. As the days turned to weeks, the lion grew stronger, patrolling his territory with renewed vigor. The once gaunt figure, a testament to the poacher's cruelty, now moved with a regal confidence, his roar echoing across the savannah, a declaration of his renewed reign. The poachers were brought to trial, and though the legal battle was complex, involving intricate testimonies, forensic evidence, and the relentless pursuit of justice by dedicated lawyers, the community's outcry ensured that justice was served. The villagers who had long lived alongside the wildlife understood the intrinsic value of the lion, not just as a magnificent creature, but as an integral part of their ecosystem. Their voices, amplified by social media and international conservation groups, created an undeniable pressure on the authorities. The lion's survival became a symbol of resilience, a beacon of hope in the ongoing fight for wildlife conservation, a tangible victory against the dark forces that threatened to extinguish the wild heart of Africa. Clara, exhausted but triumphant, stood watching the horizon, the last light of day fading into a blanket of stars. The vast, star-studded sky seemed to mirror the complexities of the conservation efforts, each star challenge, a victory, or a reminder of the fragility of life. She thought of the countless other animals still at risk, the elephants with their ivory tusks, the rhinos with their coveted horns, the pangolins, silently suffering under the weight of illegal trade. The relentless battle against poaching, a war fought on multiple fronts, involved not only physical intervention, but also education, economic empowerment of local communities, and the dismantling of international smuggling networks. The delicate balance of life on the savannah, a symphony of predators and prey, was constantly threatened by human greed and ignorance. Yet, as she packed her equipment, the worn camera, the well-used binoculars, the notebook filled with observations, she allowed herself to smile. The lion had survived, and as long as people like Elias, the seasoned tracker with his deep understanding of the bush, Daniel, the young ranger with his unwavering dedication, and herself, the documentarian driven by a passion to tell the stories of the wild, continued to fight. There was hope. Hope for the wildlife, for the land, and for the future. The fight was not just about saving individual animals, but about preserving the intricate web of life that sustained the planet. It was about educating the next generation, about fostering a sense of responsibility towards a natural world, about recognizing that humanity's fate was inextricably linked to the fate of the wild. The lion story was a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, courage and determination could prevail. It was a testament to the power of collective action, a spark that ignited a renewed commitment to safeguarding the planet's precious biodiversity. What do you think of this incredible story? Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for more awe-inspiring wildlife tales. Your support fuels our efforts to bring you these stories, to raise awareness, and to inspire action. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of nature, keep asking questions, and keep believing in the power of conservation.